Hello guys, it's Anthony again with another video from the North American Rugby League. If you keep watching these videos, thank you so much for doing so. I love everyone for doing that. Please like and subscribe as I can get more followers to engage with, and also get feedback to make this channel even better, because it's all about you, giving my opinion on and my information on the things that you need to know about the North American Rugby League. I appreciate all your feedback. People keep giving me feedback, and I appreciate that. The last one, Mark, thank you very much, and I do get what you meant, and I'm trying to be better. Hopefully these videos are getting better, and I can project what I'm doing to everyone out there and be clear and concise. So, reason why the video is starting today is because it's to do with the Ottawa Aces. The other day I reported through I found an article on the Whole Live and also through Rugby League Live, which is posting on their website, that the Ottawa Aces were not going to join the UK League this time. Not be the second transatlantic team to play club rugby league. I thought they would have continued on doing that and used the North American Rugby League to create a base, to create talent that could potentially play professional rugby league in the UK via the North American Rugby League, growing, getting better players, making a transition, for instance, to the sport, because they might have played other sports like American football or rugby union, because there is major athletes over in America, and if we can get them to adapt to rugby league, then they could potentially be world stars, and that could only be good for the game and good for North American Rugby League. It would prove a foundation, a paving stone to up the path of playing professional rugby league. But no, unfortunately that's not going to happen. It's been confirmed on CBC News' website, while speaking to Eric Perez directly, that they will not be looking to do the two team, two league system like the teams in France do. The two Catalan and Toulouse, not Toronto. Toronto's in Canada. But them, Ottawa Aces and Toronto will be joining the North American Rugby League in 2022. They're saying that it's extending the series as well for the Canadian Cup, which is going to be between Ottawa and Toronto. Previously we thought it was one game here, one game there, and it's also on the website of North American Rugby League.com saying that it is going to be a 2-game series. But on the CBC website, they've alluded to a 3-game system. We'll have to find out more information. They're going to do that every single year, which will have more franchise to this league, and we will. They'll get added to the tournament as well. So yes. So according to the website, the idea of playing in the 14-team North American League instead of previously planned to participate in the British Third Division League overseas just makes more sense, according to Eric Perez, the team's president. They'll invite 25 athletes to the training camp. 25 of those will play in the Canada Cup. All 25 will play in the Canadian Cup. It was through an interview on CBC Radio's All in a Day. So the Canadian Cup will be Toronto versus Ottawa. We'll do that every year, as we had the franchise to the league. He wants the players involved in the Canada Cup to have an opportunity to play for contracts for the 2022 season. So yeah, it goes into his little bit of his background in regards to his supporting of rugby league. He's saying most of the players that will get invited will be local players from Eastern Ontario and Western Quebec. He he also wants to find the best athletes from this region to play rugby league, so that they can grow and also be a part of the fabric of that team. They were slated to play their games out of TD Place Stadium at Lansdowne Park, but the pandemic nixed those plans. In the meantime, the three-game Canada Cup series against Toronto this season will be a way of Perez and the Aces to identify talent to prepare for the 2022 NARL season. Pandemic travel restrictions are also behind the decision for the Canadian teams to wait out the league's inaugural season, because it looks like that the timeline in Canada is August time for crossing the borders between America and Canada, unless it's essential travel at this point. That may change, but they're in a wait and see. They're in a holding pattern at this point. So they are playing. They are looking to go into the Eastern Conference in 2022, so that they can compete with the likes of Brooklyn, Cleveland, Atlanta, Boston 13s, New York, and also Washington Cavalry. So we're just waiting for the 19th of June to come along so that we can get this rugby action in our veins. Feed it to me, please. So that we can see what the level of this competition is. I'm just waiting for the next couple of years when the World Club Championship comes along, where it's going to be between American and the UK sides, and people going, "What, not invited the US sides?" Because that's a World Club Cup, man, not the World Club Challenge. There is always potential if this league goes as well as what it seems to want to go to. So let's see what's going on. Anyway, so just a little bit of history when it comes to Ottawa Aces. They were essentially Hemel Hempstead Stags, the club in Britain, in England itself, who played in different leagues and eventually got promoted to the Kingston Press Championship, Championship 1. And they also got into the playoffs as a semi-professional rugby league team. So, they had been playing in the London League, the MASW Wala League, the National Conference League, and the Alliance League. So they were in a dilemma for the club to raise funds without the costs of constant trips to stronger leagues in the north of England. So they had an active development policy in the town for a number of schools and junior sides, and also employed a development officer. And it is a nice place for rugby league. It had been going for about 20 years in the area. And Dan Sargentson, not the London clubs, it came through that academy route. And Kieran Dixon of OKR. Some other notables, Jack Howison and Simon Tillier played professional rugby league for the Sheffield Eagles. And they were going to move their training base up to Dewsbury, so that they can train there, travel down to Hemel, then go home, so that in Dewsbury, so that they can travel to the Northern Rugby League sides without too much fuss. They only needed to travel twice a month, maybe 3 times if they were playing London or somewhere, or London Scholars. But yeah, that was the aim. But then the big idea came along in October 2018 that they were withdrawing from the league in 2019 with a possibility of returning in 2022, and applied instead in May 2019 the semi-pro franchise was granted approval to relocate to Ottawa. So Ottawa Aces were born, where it will be played out at TD Place from the beginning of 2021. But now we know that has all gone by the wayside. They've decided to stay with the North American Rugby League, and they're looking to make that a success. There will be a huge draw because Eric Perez has 2 teams formed now at a professional level. One, he let someone else take over the reins, but he seems to have the contacts so that they can so that person who came in had the financial clout, supposedly, to take the Toronto Wolf back on. And we all know what happened there, but I'm glad that the Toronto are back as well, because that branding, the DNA of that club and its fan base might strive to make the competition bigger, the away support or the home support bigger. Away support not so much because of the distances that are travelled in America. It's massive. I do understand why they did the conference routes rather than a full 14 league competitive tournament. But yeah, it's all going to be fun. I'm hopeful and eager and keen to see this all going on. So they did get. I'm just looking at Hamill's information down here. He had played in 4th tier of Rugby League for a while, and 7th in Rugby League, and then 2018 reformed to the Ottawa Aces. Yeah, well, that's all the information from me from there. It's sad that they're not going to be involved in the British Rugby League, because I think that's due to the fact that British Rugby League is shooting themselves in the foot. I hope this pushes them to act, because if they're provincial, there may not be a way forward. So we need London, Coventry, all the other clubs that are lower than the M62 corridor to hammer home that they deserve to be there. And the West Wales Raiders as well, I forgot about them. They've got some good players coming to the club, and also they've employed well from the British Army as well. The Army team that played in the Challenge Cup last year, last year, and were very, very competitive. So I'm looking forward to all this to come into fruition. But in the meantime, thank you very much for your time. I'm sorry I waffled at the end, but yeah, I'm getting better, I think. Let me know in the comments if I am or not. If not, tell me where I can go better. I do appreciate constructive criticism. But like, subscribe, and click that notification bell from when my next video drops. Anyway, thank you very much for your time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye now.